Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another score prediction video. To be specific, a championship score prediction video. Obviously, we've been doing tons of them, but do not adjust your TV sets because this is, in fact, game week 9. We've not got into a time machine and gone back in the past. This is the one from when the Queen passed away and all games stopped stupidly. And this is what we are trying to catch up on. Anyway, Ole, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Yes, not bad, thank you, Nick. Doing all right. It's been a nice weekend. Just been chilled, so I can't complain. Obviously, a great day yesterday. So, all things considered, I'm all right with that. What about yourself?
We're absolutely buzzing, aren't we? I have been walking on sunshine all day today after the Blades went and smashed tabletop in Burnley. And I will just say this quickly. The Blades have now beaten 3 top of the league teams at that point by tons and tons of goals. We've at least beat all 3 of them by 3 goals. If we didn't have injuries, we would have won every single game of the season.
Oh, honestly, I have to say, yesterday I sent that message into a group chat. I was like, "We're good, aren't we? We're good."
Anyway, we'll stop bragging about the Blades. Let's bring up on screen the results, and I'll let you brag because go for it, mate. There we go. Take the floor.
At last, it has been coming. It feels like for ages, but at last I've got some scores on the board. 2 perfect scores, 2 correct results gets me 8 points, and compared to your just 4 correct results for 4 points. Delighted at me at least catching up. I almost said extending my lead, but that would have been a lie. But at least I'm catching up. I am. It's always nice when Preston get me the 3-pointer as well. I'm always relying on Preston.
Yeah, you sounded like Kevin Keegan for a brief spell there.
I will love it. I will love it.
Do you know what? It's just luck. It's just luck at the end of the day. We both correctly got 4 results right. You just got lucky. You just got lucky.
No, I just knew what I was talking about. Anyone can just jam that United were going to win 2-1.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, there we go. I'd let you actually, I'll pop up on screen the table first and foremost because you are slowly creeping back into contention. Now I am only a measly 7 points in front of you, and the viewers are 1,000 points in front, let's just say, because they are smashing it. So do you want to let us know what the viewers did?
Yes, indeed. So the viewers had a decent week, to be honest. They were pretty the same level of us, but our winner, I think he's now got 2 in a row. Double shout out for Peter Heppel. 9 points for him this week. A great performance. Obviously beat me and you, the top scorer of the week. I've seen Joachim in our comments as well already today, showing us that he's here. He did a very, very good job to get 8 points and was unlucky to be in second place. So good work, Joachim, as well.
Where's Shazbat? What happens to Shazbat?
Shazbat dropped away just a little bit. Still had a good week, 7-pointer. So she still batters you, Nick. And for the most part, I think she is joint 3rd. So not a bad shout for Shazbat.
Ah, fair play. We do love a bit of Shazbat, and I'm so glad she did well. Let's move on to this week's. And it's a mini week because there's only 8. Is it 8 or 7?
8, I think. I think it's 8.
Right, let's crack on then. Birmingham City versus Swansea City. The battle of the cities, Ole. Go on. Take the floor, sunshine.
The battle of the cities. And, well, interesting stat on this one. I like to occasionally just throw out there an interesting stat. Birmingham City have got the best record in the league in the opening 15 minutes of games.
Ooh,
they've scored nice. 6, conceded 0. And, yeah, there's not many teams. I think it's 2 teams scored more than them. Obviously, nobody conceded less. Nobody even conceded equal. So, obviously, they do start fast, Birmingham. They've also not lost in the last 4 against Swansea. They're unbeaten in 5 at home. Swansea haven't won in 3 away from home. For me, that's all pointing in one direction, and that's a home win here. I think Birmingham will take it.
There we go. Do you know what? I think you might be right. But I looked at it and I thought, Swansea, something's got to give. They've got to at some point pick up anything away from home, just anything. Yeah, Swansea after a really good start, they've fallen away slightly, but I think they will be back. Anyway, let's move on to Blackpool. And Blackpool are a weird old team. Some games they look amazing. Some games they just look average. But also Middlesbrough, they've pulled up trees, but then they didn't win in the last game, did they?
No, a 1-1 draw. You think, I think they've been the better team. I think they'll probably be a bit frustrated, as they have been in lots of their games so far this season. I still think they're a team who just really want to get to the World Cup. They want to be out of the relegation zone. They want to have built a little bit of a buffer if they can. But the main thing for them is get there, regroup, and let Carrick really work with his team. Blackpool, like you say, a weird team. They went on that mad scoring run where they seem to get 3 every week. And then suddenly they've lost 2 in a row, 1-0. They did get a lot of XG, though, against Luton. You've got Jerry Yates at centre forward. I think they can score goals. I think this is going to be a much more entertaining than it sounds 1-1 draw.
There we go. It's on the screen right now. I feel like Blackpool, this is their time to shine. I think that after that draw for Middlesbrough, I think that this is Blackpool's time to go and take all 3 points. Now, let's move on to Cardiff City versus Hull City. The battle of the cities, Ole.
Apparently, they're all cities. Everybody that plays is a city these days. But no, this is an interesting one. These are 2 teams who I've very much got on my relegation watch list. I think Huddersfield and Wigan are probably the 2 that I'm most confident are going down. But I think above them, there's then a few teams all in that mix. And these are 2 teams I certainly think are. Obviously, Hull in particular, looking over their shoulder, they're only just outside the relegation zone. It's West Brom below them. So they'll certainly be thinking that West Brom are going to catch them at some point. Cardiff, it sounds as though, might be giving Hudson the job permanently. I think they're expecting to announce that in the next couple of weeks. So that'll be an interesting one. Like I say, results-wise, he hasn't pulled up trees, but performances do seem to have been okay. For me, I think this is going to be a boring game. I said the last one is going to be a better than it sounds 1-1. This is going to be a worse than it sounds 0-0.
There we go. And I think that Cardiff City have got enough to get over the line at home, 2-0 to Cardiff over Hull City. Now, Coventry City versus Wigan City. No, I'm joking. It's Coventry City versus Wigan Athletic. And Wigan just aren't very good right now.
Oh, Wigan are just in a real mess. They did manage to stop the rot. They scored 2 away at Swansea. They were ahead in the game twice. So they probably feel as though they maybe could have held on to get that win. But their form is just shocking. They lost 5 on the spin before that draw. They're just dropping like a stone. I think they'd started well, but they just... No, I'm really worried about Wigan. I think they're in big trouble. And Joachim knows exactly what he's talking about because with Gyökeres up front, Coventry are going to want goals and they're going to win 3-1.
3-1. Wow. Well, I've gone for a wild 4-2 scoreline. Yeah, there's loads of goals in this game for Coventry for me, which points to Coventry not scoring a goal because this championship, there were some crazy results last week where there was lots of home bankers and away teams seemed to take the points 1-0.
And Coventry being one of those teams, of course, with their 1-0 win at Watford, you thought, home banker, Watford have finally got on it. They know what they're doing. Throwing a stinker at home. Gyökeres makes the difference. It's so hard to predict, but, sometimes you've got to just trust to form. Surely trust to form.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. As well as the next one, which is QPR versus Huddersfield Town. And Huddersfield are really terrible, but QPR... They're limping at the moment for me.
They are. They've hit a really rough patch, QPR. They keep flying up. They were near the top of the league, and you thought, right, they're going to be one of the teams that kick on now. They seem to have got a really settled defence, a really good attack. They're a team that can really push forward. Maybe all of that noise around Mick Beale trying to get the Premier League jobs, turning down the Premier League jobs, who knows what it is, but something has affected QPR in the last few weeks. But like I say, Huddersfield are rubbish. They're bottom of the league. They deserve to be bottom of the league. If I was picking a home banker, we've just joked how home bankers never come in. But if I was having one, it would be this game. Huddersfield have only got 2 points away from home all season. That's an absolutely terrible record. And I can't see it getting any better here.
No. Me neither, mate. So I've gone for a 1-0 QPR win. And the reason why I've gone for just a 1-0 QPR win is because of what you've just said. QPR aren't fantastic at the moment. So I think it'll be just get a goal, hold out, get that 3 points, and recharge
for everybody.
The World Cup.
QPR, but every team right now, it's get as many points on the board as you can in this week before the big long break. The break makes a massive difference for everybody in the league, and I'm going to say it every time anyone plays, apparently. But that's going to make such a difference, and so they'll just want to stop a little bit of the rot, get the 3 points in where they can, and they're really well set to come back after that break and really have a go for either automatics or really cementing themselves in the playoffs. You lose this game and suddenly you're just giving up so much time when you've set yourself up so well in this start. You've got to get a win.
Yeah, you do. Like you say, whatever you can do to get as many points as possible before the World Cup, because when everybody comes back, it'll be
Different game.
everyone's reset. Nobody's in form.
Completely different game when you come back. Like, for example, you might be playing West Brom first game back. You have no idea what West Brom's going to turn up. They're a better team than they've looked. But if you play them now while they're in bad form, brilliant. If you're playing them after the break, who knows what you're going to get. So get as many points as you can now while the form's going, while you know how it works. You've got to, QPR have got to win this game.
Yeah, you would think so. Next up, we've got a team back in form. And what is it? It's Battle of the United. Sheffield United versus Rotherham United. And I think I'm going to lead this one. And I think that the Blades, off the back of a fantastic win against top of the league Burnley, are going to absolutely smash Rotherham. 4-1 I've gone for, because there's no way that Sheffield United won't concede a goal.
No, United will definitely concede a goal. 17 goals in the last 3 games at Bramall Lane. That is madness, absolute madness. Yeah. We're getting fantastic entertainment. We're getting a lot for our money, albeit my heart can't quite take it. And my dad's already had 2 heart attacks. His heart definitely can't take it.
So mine does as well. Nice. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah.
What a weird connection.
Yeah.
But this, I think it's harder to predict than it looks. You know, United have won 3 in a row. Rotherham have lost 3 in a row. All the form says this is a home banker. This is another one of those games. But I think Rotherham have been a bit unlucky. They gave a game to Norwich at the weekend. They really will feel as though they should have at least got a point against Burnley, if not won that game, having been ahead going into 90 minutes. Mm-hmm. But you've got to go for a 4th win in a row. United at Bramall Lane are a very good team. We've got lots of goals in us. So, yeah, let's be positive. Still be entertaining. We'll still win.
Yeah, we'll still concede 2 goals before half-time as well, because that seems like all we're doing at the moment at home. Let's move on to Stoke City versus Luton Town. Now, Luton Town are sneaking up that division, aren't they?
Luton are a weird one. They're ticking along very nicely, but really under the radar and really quietly. They're another one of them who are probably thinking, actually, we've got 2 games now before the World Cup. 4 points puts us in a lovely spot for really kicking on after the break, whereas Stoke have been absolutely dreadful. They've lost 4 of the last 5. The only team they beat was Wigan. And, you know, we've already given our comments on Wigan so far on their current form. So it's arguable that they're up there with some of the worst teams in the league, and they'll be looking over their shoulders towards playoffs if they can't turn their form around. Everything states that this is going to be an away win, but I think 1-1, and I think Wayne's got it right.
I don't think Wayne's got it right, because I think Luton Town are going to sneak it yet again. They're sneaky little devils, them Luton Towners. But no, fair play to them. They've done really, really well recently. They've done really, really well for what, like 3 seasons now, including this one?
Since Nathan Jones came back, you know, they looked dead and buried when he was gone. He was at Stoke, I think, at the time. They were dead and buried, bottom of the league, not going anywhere. He's come in, and since then, they've just been a fantastic side at this level. Just keep on going. Oh, fair credit to him, to be fair.
Definitely. Now let's move on to Watford versus Reading Football Club, the battle of the teams with no surname. God, I need to get a grip, don't I? Sorry about that. Let us know in the comments, guys, what you think this game's going to be. We've already got a couple flying in. Both 3-2 Watford Readings, which is weird, but no. There's a 2-2 there. What are you thinking from this game, mate? Because Watford, again, as we always say, are a crazy team, and Reading just seem to be dropping.
Yeah, well, Watford, you know, they win 3 in a row and then lose at home to Coventry. So I'm going to do absolutely no analysis of Watford at all, because I've got no idea what to predict on them. But Reading, they've only won 1 of the last 8. They've lost 5 of the last 8. They started the season really well, which maybe saw expectations go up for them. But ultimately, at the start of the season, I said they'd be in a relegation battle. They are obviously better than that. I don't think they will be in a relegation battle, but they're not really going to be trouble in the playoffs. Mid-table at best for them, and they're not in great form. So I'm just going to say, based on Reading alone, this is a home win with no conviction whatsoever.
There we go, 2-1. It's either going to be what you say, and they're going to win by 1 sneaky goal, or they're just going to smash them. There's no Reading win in this game. There is no Reading win. I know I keep saying this on different games, and whoever the banker is doesn't win. But this is definitely a Watford win.
100%. You're going big on that, Nick. You're going very big.
And talking about going big, I've had an idea, and I've not even ran this by you yet, so I apologize, but I think you're going to love it. To spice things up halfway through the season, what I think we should have, like we keep saying, there's bankers, right? And I
Right.
think that we pick one banker each week and we get double points for that banker. We pick our own bankers.
Ooh, okay, okay. I think that's a nice little twist. Yeah, I think that could work. I'll just go for any Preston game. Predict it to be 0-0. See what I've got.
There you go. So let us know in the comments as well, guys, if you think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let us know right now. Just tell us if you think that's a good idea, because it's got to add some spice. Because if you go 20 points in front and then I get one that's kind of a 6-pointer, it
Makes a
just
big
makes
difference.
it exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
like
Anyway, let us know in the comments, guys, what you think to that. Also, I want to see at least 80 likes. 80 likes is what I want to see on this video. So if you're watching this and that link, that like isn't black, it's white, it's not black, you need to press that like button right now. Anyway, I'm going to stop shouting at you and I'm going to let you all go. Thank you very much for being here, Ollie, on this beautiful Sunday evening.
Yes, thank you very much for having me, Nick. It's hopefully another good midweek and another win for United that puts us top of the league.
Fingers crossed. See you next time.